So a cotton hat here, it's light material. Any other kind of summertime. And he's not cool. More importantly, comfortable. Well, absorb the sweat. It's designed to be lighter, breathable. Hello class, I am Professor Hatter. Welcome to the first day of a new semester. It is summer school right now. We're having summer class right now, and I thought that most of you at least, most of you have behaved yourselves during class this last year, semester or so. So I felt that it would be appropriate to talk about summertime hats and have class outside. So we're having class outside today. So just to warn you, before I go ahead, sound is going to be a bit of an issue because I have wind going around me, I have cars over there, people walking, dogs probably barking too, planes going overhead, and maybe a giant Godzilla monster might show up too. Who knows? We'll see what happens. So just to let you know about the sound, can't really control too much of it. Do the best I can in post-edit. Anyways, welcome to summer class, or summer school, either way. It is summertime, so you are probably thinking to yourself, man, it's summertime. I need a good hat for working in the yard, biking, running, being outside in general, or just hanging out with friends, going to the 4th of July parades, having fun at, barbecue parties or campouts at night, having s'mores and all that. You are going to need the right type of summertime hat. And that is what I'm here for you today, class. So if you are new to the channel, welcome to class. Make sure you subscribe to join the class. We have a bunch of familiar faces returning, and they're always great to hear from. So we're going to go over the different structures of the hat, the right type of structure you need for a summertime hat. We're going to talk about ways to protect your hat, clean your hat, and a bunch of other things that will consist of hats and summertime. Because if you're like me, you live out in the Chicago land area, it gets hot out. So you're going to need the right type of hat when you're outside biking, running, jogging, doing yard work, or doing whatever you're doing outside. So grab yourself a notebook, pen and pencil for note taking, and since we are outside for class and it's summertime, grab some bug spray, grab some sunscreen. You're gonna need all that stuff. You're gonna need a nice cold beverage as well. Class is in session. Let's go. So for day one of summer school, we're going to talk about summertime hats. The right type of hat to wear when you're moving around outside. For myself, I like to go biking, especially when I work at a fresh time on the weekends. I live close by enough where I'll just bike to work. I also like biking outside just because it's a great way to stay in shape.
And it's a great way to stay in shape.
I'll need the right kind of hat to wear when I'm biking. And it won't be a 5950, by the way. So getting into the most important part about a hat for outside is the brim, or the bill of the hat. Either way, I'm going to say both words. It means the same thing. So just so you're not confused. So this part of the hat, what protects you from the sun, the big guy up there, this is the most important part of the hat. And this is a nice 5950 hat I got going. High profile crown, flat brim, and you would think that it would protect me from the sun, but it's not the best actually. It'll work, but it's not the best design for when you're outside. So this, not gonna need that. What you're gonna need is not a low profile 5950 kind of hat, because It's got a nice curvature to it, but it's got like a mid crown. If you look at the profile of it, it's kind of slanted compared to the like almost like 90-degree angle, right angle on the 5950 hat. Got a little slant to it, a little curvature to the bill, but even a low profile, I would not recommend. I'd also recommend not recording when someone's mowing the lawn. Anyways, you're gonna need a dad hat pretty much, where if you can see, it's a much steeper profile. It's a low crown, and the brim, totally curved. This is a Brand 47 Vegas 51s hat I just have lying around, so I'm gonna try to do my best talking over the lawnmower there. Thanks, guys. But looking at like this Cubs 3930 Pro Light hat, you can see that the bill is totally curved. It's got a nice curved angle to it. And looking at it, kind of like the dad hat, it's about the same design. You have this kind of angle, this slanted angle, which is going to provide a nice downward angle for the brim. So because the brim is more curved, it has a lower angle. So yeah, you can have a flat brim hat when you're outside doing yard work, but depending on the time of day, you're going to need that extra downward angle that only a curved bill can provide. So that way, you don't have as much sun coming down on you. The brim of the hat is more curved, therefore it has a steeper angle. It's more angled downwards, so you have more sun protection throughout the whole day. I make the comparison to when I'm doing carts out for work or if I'm at band camp from my high school days. Having that extra sun protection is so key when you're outside. Moving on to the material of the hat, which is also just as vital as the brim of the hat. You start off with the brim because the first thing you see. So moving on to the material. Now, you kind of have to know your climate, your environment. Like for me, living in the northwest suburbs of Chicago, it gets stinking hot and extra stinking humid in the summertime. And I'm not going to recommend for anyone in the same environment to wear a 100% wool hat. That's dumb. This is my retro classic Cubs New Era hat. I'm not going to recommend 100% wool to wear outside. My parents, when they were in marching band together, and my marching band at the high school, they had wool uniforms. Wool keeps you warm. Wool is not a breathable material, and that's why the faint rate was so high back in the day until they got more breathable uniform material, or breathable material for the new uniforms. So if you have mild summers, wear a wool hat. But if you live somewhere where it's really humid, really hot, don't wear a wool hat outside. I mean, you can, just, don't do it when you're like jogging, running, doing yard work. If you wear it to the baseball game, that's fine. But make sure that you protect it with extra stuff. And we'll get into that later on in the class here. So, moving on, looking at a standard 5950 hat. This is 100% polyester, and I actually don't recommend wearing this outside for too long. It's a nice hat, it's just not the right kind of outside activity hat, because it's a heavier material, and it's just it's my TA, Billy, for you new people. Billy is my TA punching bag, teacher assistant. What is it, Billy? Yes, this is a hat that they wear on the field, the players do. I mean, it says on the inside here, engineered exclusively for MLB players. I get it, but okay, there's a difference between standing in the hot sun and moving around in the hot sun and how much you sweat. There's okay, not everyone moves around a lot. I mean, Rizzo doesn't move around too much. I mean, I think Baez would need a lighter material because he's always running around the whole field. He's running from shortstop to cover, all the way into center field. Okay, just calm down. Calm down. Go get some drinks for the class, okay? Just go away. Go. Okay, bye. Thank you. So, yeah, that's Billy. So I get it. I get it that, these are exclusively engineered for baseball players on the field. But, again, there's a difference between, jogging outside, running outside, biking outside, being in the hot sun, and just standing in the hot sun. So, I know that might not make sense, but it's just not a recommendation for a hat to wear outside for a prolonged amount of time. But let me go over what would be recommended. Also, not recommending acrylic hats. Just throwing that out there. It's another material you'll hear of. So I recommend either a cotton hat or a sort of dry fit hat. Now these hats are material based where it's designed to absorb sweat. It's designed to be lighter, breathable. And I'll go over the mesh in a minute, but let me get through the materials on the base of the hat here. So a cotton hat here, it's light material. It's pretty much what your shirts are made of most of the time. And it's light, it's not breathable, but it will absorb sweat pretty well. And it's, more importantly, comfortable. Well, this hat I haven't really broken in, so give me a second here. This one, my Vegas hat here, it's comfortable. It fits well to the head. It's soft. It feels warm out because I would recommend like a lighter color because, darker colors absorb heat more and lighter colors don't, like a beige hat. Point is, this kind of material, the cotton material, is really nice because it feels soft and it's going to absorb sweat just as well, and it won't ruin a good hat like a polyester 5950 hat. You also have to consider the sweatband on the inside, what kind of material that is, how well it'll take the sweat. So some of these dad hats, you'll see the sweat marks coming through. Let me show you an example here. If I can find it.